Hello, and welcome to Legend of Grimrock. I'm your host, the Social Solipsist, or your prisoner, maybe. Maybe that's the word I'll use for this one. And I had a couple of things up in the air about what we might do, and this still might change, but I decided that Grimrock would replace Arcanum, at least for the moment. Things may move around, things may move to different slots on different days. We'll see what happens. For those of you not familiar with Legend of Grimrock, it's actually, I think it's pretty old at this point. I think it came out in like 2014 or 2015. It was the kind of the first in the like revival of the first-person dungeon crawler. And I, oh wow, copyright 2011-2012. I guess maybe it's even older than I thought. Anyway. It's pretty good looking. I've spent some time with it before, but I've never made an entire run through, so it felt kind of appropriate to take another crack at it on video. One thing I do, or two things I do want to say with regard to recording this. One is when I was setting this recording up, I noticed some issues with the video hook to grab this was having some issues with like transparency and stuff like that. So if there are graphical errors in the recording, my apologies. I'm going to try and keep an eye out for them because I noticed one right on the screen here, and it should be fixed now, so maybe they're all fixed, but we'll see. The other one is more an amusing thing, and since I always gripe about audio, so this had saved my options from before. I actually had the music off. I may turn it off again. This is my audio level right now. It's at 2% on the music and 5% on the sound effects. And that is with a 20 decibel forget the term I'm looking for. That's with a minus 20 decibel recording for the desktop audio. That's how loud the music is right now when it's at 2%. So this is worse than most in terms of, hey, do you guys not understand how audio scaling works? That said, the developers themselves have seemed to be really, nice people running an indie studio. I don't know what they've. There's a Grimrock 2, and I don't know if they've worked on other things. I think they have. But I can't remember what off the top of my head. Anyway, I thought that was interesting, I guess. So we're gonna just start a new game. You can pick your party, but I am not gonna do that. Towering spire looms above the clouds, a weathered rock that has stood tall for ages, longer than the histories of men have been written. It is a desolate place now, only remembered when things need to be discarded and forgotten. An airship struggles to gain altitude as it floats towards the peak. Four prisoners, bound by heavy chains, emerge from the ship. The court accuses them of terrible treasonous deeds, but by the grace of the king, their crimes shall be forgiven atop Mount Grimrock. Missing a comma. Although that one could be argued its style. The final trial is at hand. Numerous prisoners have received their pardons here, comma, yet none have returned to live their life in freedom. They are at the very top of the world, and below them only darkness and justice awaits. Everybody has problems with commas. That definitely won't kill people. Pushing them down a pit. As they are plunged down the open maw at the peak, their crimes are absolved. Everyone before them has perished in the guts of the mountain. But will you be able to lead them through the dark and to the freedom that awaits at the base of Mount Grimrock? Okay, so this is the default party, which I believe is a mage, a thief, a warrior, and a barbarian. I didn't even see what that said, something about the tutorial. Okay, well, yeah. How do I, okay, right, so it's Q and E to rotate, and WASD to maneuver, so. There is some level of, hey, you gotta look around and find stuff, but not a huge amount. Oh, it's inverted. That's not right. No, wait. Yes. Is that what you want? No, I want, yeah, okay. I've talked about this before, but nobody can seem to agree. Wait, do I want it that way, or... Oh god, there's kind of a problem because the camera snaps. You see how when I first move it, I'm clicking and then clicking with the right mouse button, then dragging right. And if I do it too fast, it like jerks. It goes backwards first. But yeah, okay, that's now what I wanted. Most of the time we're not going to be using the mouse. It's really just for looking. So, but yeah, the objective is basically go down levels. It's pretty old school. And you know what? I should probably just say right now, if you don't like spiders, and I'm not a big fan of spiders, but I can put up with them. If you really don't like spiders, there's going to be some parts you might want to skip. Choose your fate. Perish in the cell or pick up the torch. So, it's now... Let's see, what rune do we have up there? That is now in the hand of my warrior. This is also the party orientation, if I remember correctly. Hold on. How do I... it's just from here, is it? Let's see. It's been... I think I played it in 2015 is the last time I played it. That's where that date came from. Anyway, I thought there was... Is it just that? It's just that. Okay. I've played some other games like it since, and so I don't remember all the details of it. Anyway. Yeah. So, starts off fine. However, if I remember correctly, this has a timer on it. Am I remembering that correctly? I think... Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. I'm pretty sure they do have timers on them. And then you have to replace them. So, stockpile them a bit. That's just what I'm remembering. Of course, the game doesn't warn you that, but... well, let's see. Better than nothing, I suppose. Sometimes I think inventory management is the end game. So this is just getting us oriented to the equipment system, basically. So Mork is a fighter. And Kontar is also a fighter. Okay, so never mind. Rogue and Mage. Alright. So, maybe we'll give you... Yeah. So, obviously, as with any other RPG, everything has stats attached to it, so on and so forth. It's less min-maxy than some games, but, you know. Torches are also useful. Well, lots of things are useful for marking your way. There is a whole mapping system, but I tend to forget about it. And there are things that don't end up clear on the map, so you sometimes have to mark your way. So I realized I didn't explain. So I picked up this rock, which was here. Interesting. Now it knows. This is normally your first puzzle in the game is, oh, I don't know, every time I step off the thing, it goes down again. So you gotta place something on it. So let's see here. Oh, nice. Key. And there is, it doesn't like hide stuff too much, but it hides it enough that you want to scour the walls a little bit. Or you don't want to, but you find yourself forced to. This is not automatic. There we go. So, through that first little part there. All right. Loose rock. Okay, so here's our tutorial on, there it is. Hidden stuff. I should say it's not entirely infrequent, so I don't know. We'll see once we get a little further. See how my memory serves. As I recall, I actually stopped playing because I got, well, there's our first enemy. Hello, Snail. I got frustrated with one of the puzzles and sort of gave up. But we'll see if we get to that point again. So this is, this is a turn-based system of sorts. But it's also semi-real-time in that you can, like, if you time it right, you can still, like, it's sort of an active time battle system if I had to... There we go. All right. So they took a little damage. They'll regen their stamina and things. And I should... God, I don't remember any of the spells. I don't actually remember whether you can... the problem with experimenting is it still costs mana to do. So... yeah, anyway. Let's see here. What are we doing? hoping to get... not have to back up all the way. But as you can see, there's a sort of box shuffle you can start to do with the AI. So that it spends its turn moving instead of killing you. Hope you like snail meat. Oh, I'd forgotten that the projectiles get picked up automatically. All right, what do we got here? Some more food, another rock, some sandals it looks like, and a loincloth. All right, anything else? Looks like that's about it. I could try. I thought about trying to do a perfect run of this game with a walkthrough, but I think that would get tedious. Is this where I came in? It is not. More food. Another rock. Close the pit. Something needs to fly. Okay. Oh. I did that wrong. I dropped it in front of me. Okay, well, it's got to be the dagger then. There we go. All right. Do that, and we'll drop a torch here since I'm an idiot and threw all my stones down the pit. Yeah. Oh well. We'll find more. Or we'll pick them up when we get down there. That's the actual answer. Let's see. Is this still bright? Okay. As you can tell, I'm already, or probably tell, I'm already starting to get a little bit confused where I've been and haven't been. Well, it would have helped if I went this way first. All right, let's see. Protection 3, protection 2. Willpower -1, attack power +1. What is willpower used for? Force of mind, right, okay. So, let's see. Protection. You can have the pants. And I will take these boots. Attack power 5, speed 16. All right. You can have weapons in both hands and swing both, I believe. Or maybe you have to... that may be a class thing. I don't recall. Or I could be totally making that up. So don't pay any attention to me, honestly. The This keeps true to a lot of the old standards of the those like 80s and 90s dungeon crawlers in terms of you know, it's got some quality of life improvements, but like at its core there's still some of the same things that are very archaic. In the course of saying that, I literally forgot what my point was, so that's sort of embarrassing. But how do I get to the map again? There's got to be a hotkey for it, right? Am I forgetting? Oh, there's my torch going out. Okay. So that's the thing. I don't know how long it continues to burn for. But now that I have it on camera, I might actually be able to figure it out. Okay, I think that's everything. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Wait, what did I just... Oh, the number keys. Do the other ones get me to... Hold on. Show map tab. Okay. Which reminds me I should save. Wait a minute. I already opened this. Hold up. Okay. Believe this is the way. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Here we are. That's a trap. Or it might be a trap. I thought it was going to go off because that's what I remembered. But it's been 5 years, so what do I know? Oh no, this is actually the puzzle. Never mind. Heal my sight. Okay, I know what I have to do. It looks like a trap in other levels. So I think if I throw the dagger, they'll come out and drop down the pit, but then I don't get experience for it. So, is this timed? Or is this one? No, it's just a switch. Oh, fuck. Okay. Hello. Shit. Now I've backed myself into somebody else. Fuck. Fuck. Bad. All kinds of bad. Fuck off. Down you go. Okay. Fortunately, the snails are fairly forgiving in terms of their damage. But that was bad. That was poorly handled. Let's see. Still getting reused to the controls as well. I think that's our first spell there. So let's see. So it's required skill fire magic 2. Not entirely sure what that's supposed to mean, but... I also don't remember the spell mechanics. I think there's something to do with if you have something in your hand, you can still cast spells, but it's reduced power. You can also, like, hold a spell by basically pre-clicking it and then just... But there we go. So I now have my first spell. Alright, well... Drop that bastard into the pit. So at this point... not a lot. There's the very... I think that's the warning that my torch is about to go out. But anyway. Next time on Legend of Grimrock, or what I'll probably just start to call Grimrock, we'll open up that gate and deal with the Snail Menace. Oh no, it's so dark. That's okay. Keep your burnt out torches, they're useful. See you guys next time.